it. Because again, anyone's going to challenge you. Go to forum sites, they're going to challenge you. Anywhere you go, they're going to challenge you on your products. So definitely want to make sure your stuff is tested. You're going to be selling your products to your customers. You're going to make sure your products are tested for them. You want to make sure your customers are tested if you're going to be doing a distributorship contract or doing business with anybody. You want to make sure your stuff is actually working 100% and you're not faking demonstrations. And again, doing demonstrations to try to make your products look good on YouTube, knowing that they're not functioning correctly, again, as I said before, can get you in a lot of trouble. So, this individual for a long time went out and did these fault demonstrations against his products. Products were matching house paint. We've seen the demonstrations. We did testing ourselves, found they were matching house paints. It just became this huge fiasco of always catching this guy doing something corrupt or something, giving him multiple challenges. We've given him multiple ways to back his products up, and he's just found every corner you can possibly cut to try to get around it, to try to keep manipulating and keep robbing his customers. Again, I showed you customers that screen's completely washed out, especially if you're paying for his product and the screen is gone. It's just not something you should be doing to your customers at all. The church, he was doing demonstration. At the church, he was showing up the screen in again, giving your screen high praise because it's in a dark environment, and there's a big difference when the white screen is clearly showing it in a fully lit environment. Are you worried about my charger? Sorry about that. I had a hard time keeping the charger, but somebody keeps fighting my charger. So, yeah, telling the guys in church that it's better here, it's a huge, huge difference. When technically it's not because the screen's still sitting in the dark, so it's not a huge difference at all. I swear this guy's just about my charger. Man, he just knocks up my charge every single time. Over there, I find his toys all around my charger. But anyway, so it's tactics like that. And keep in mind, sooner or later, this is going to catch up to you. You're not going to get away with it. It's going to catch up to you. In life, it's going to catch up to you. Sooner or later, you're going to get caught multiple times. And again, you're going to have to give it up. So, all the times this guy was on YouTube and carrying on and acting up and doing all these fraudulent acts, things were stacking up against him. Serious things were stacking up against him. Touching copyrights and breaking the law, the defamation, cyber stalking, cyber bullying, cyber harassment. There's all these things he was doing, but it's basically going to catch up to him sooner or later, and he's going to have to face the music. And when you have to go outside of business and break laws to try to make your, just to try to razzle dazzle or try to taunt your enemies, this is going to become bad because, again, you basically have broken the law, and as I said before, you're pushing in a territory that's going to take away your freedom and take away your livelihood. So the ultimatum he was given was the fact that his product was going to be brought down here for testing. Commercial environment, we tested, we brought on 67 sites, even in trade shows, he was going to show up there showing his products clearly did not work. And again, he couldn't do any more stuff to us by saying that, hey, we'll send you a letter, say you buy what you want. We did that nonsense already. We've had gone through cancellations. We went through nonsense on eBay with him. Cancellations we can show on there. He can back up his products. Watch them pull down eBay listings. Watch them delete videos involving matching house paint. It just goes on and how much this stuff was caught. So instead of us going through the headache of trying to get it and going through the nonsense he puts us through, including he got himself 2 accounts of mail fraud, which I forgot. I got to call. It reminded me. I got to call down there and figure out exactly when he's going to go to court for this. He just put it this way that it's just baffling. The destruction this guy did to himself. But it's that the fact that we had some people coming in. It's a lot of them that were coming in. Some people we didn't even know were coming in to get his product to bring it down here for testing, which means he can't block all of them. You can't figure out which one is coming here and here and there. I told you, at the end of the day, the only way he can get out of this, he's going to have to remove the website to get rid of them. Because they're going to come for him. They're going to come for him, and that's the problem he's having. They're going into the site, they're basically inquiring about his product, and he can't handle it. I told y'all from the door that it was fake. I told you that for years that it was fake. And that's what I did. Told you. It was a rip-off artist. And for all the people on YouTube who basically with him at the end of the day and came at my company and attacked me at the end of the day because I was the one doing the wrong, I had people watching you for quite some time. We've been monitoring you for a long time, all your activity. And if you think because you're on YouTube and you can't be found, you're sadly mistaken. We filed with the FBI against you because we know at the end of the day that they can track you. It's an online crime. It's a cybercrime. They handle it. So they're going to launch an investigation. Once they get him in court, it's going to lead to everybody else. It's going to make a domino effect. That's what's going to happen. So you're going to see some people disappearing off YouTube. They're about to clean house. And it's going to start with Fernando first. Because he's a ringleader of the whole thing. So as you can see, number one, he can't back the product up, which we told you. You've got tons of cancellations from this guy. He can't back it up. We've had the product down here. We have products down here of him, as I showed you in videos. This stuff didn't work for anything. Dark environments, camera tricks. Not saying he used the camera to trick it. No, I don't think he did that. But I think the dark environment and calibrated projector did help his screen paint. And again, still trying to claim that you act as ambient light projection screens, you do the same thing as high performance screens. You made your product to be something that it truly wasn't. You lied a lot on your product. So that's what's happening. He's going to be exposed. He'll be exposed a number of times, but having people come to his site and buy his stuff like that, and he doesn't know which is which, that is scary for him. That's what happened when we had the Metallica 2.0 come to our house because somebody went in and bought it for us, and he got terrified on camera. He didn't even know how we got our hands on it. That's how you know the product's fake. When you're terrified, you don't know how somebody got their hands on something. And then turn around, the guy came back and he was going to order another one for us and order a cinema and cancel his order to make sure he couldn't get the order out. Now that says volumes right there on the door. But this one, you can't stop. It ain't one person. It's a lot of people that are going to come in and get your product. And they're going to get it down here one way or another. We're going to have it on the front desk. We're going to go through all the testing you used to go through. You'll be going through the same thing my screens have to go through. So if you claim on YouTube that you're the same thing I am, that you make the product for far cheaper, that your product's better than us, why are we looking at a page with your company's email address sitting on it and clearly saying that by Wix, your page is removed? That's because you can't back the product up. Let's be honest here. You were never like my product at all, anyway whatsoever. You know it. And all those demonstrations you did on YouTube about my company claiming to have my product, claiming that your product was better, claiming that we're scamming people, this is the reason why you're facing jail time. This is the reason why you're facing a massive lawsuit. That's one of the lawsuits, the major lawsuits that we have coming up of him committing slander. That carries serious jail time because he did come against our company. And this evidence right here is strong evidence to show that even when we requested his product, he committed crimes and canceled orders. And even when we went in and we basically had other people come get it, he removed his website. If you're the same thing as my product, if my product is such a scam at the end of the day and it's an easy product to take down, why would we see this? That doesn't look like a person that can back their product. Sorry about that. That's what that looks like. Watch the other one do the same thing too. Remove an entire state. 12 million people. Somebody counted 13,000. No, we're missing some zeros. 13 million people in the state of Pennsylvania and some change. Every single one, companies, stores, schools, all that. He banned every single one of them because, again, that's Rogers couldn't back the product up. Cancellations from the previous payment when you first made it. Got those cancels too. Paid more than what the product cost today. Put the money back in the account. Lost a PayPal claim. Tried to sit on the order. On file with PayPal, request that your item owed, you can keep the money, give us back the money instead. I don't know how you guys call yourself opening up a business if you can't, from the beginning, run the business. Because if you're going to shut down because of people like me, imagine you being out there or being out here on site. Imagine someone coming to that door and asking you questions, or a group of people coming to that door. You being on a trade show and a bunch of people come over and ask you questions about your products. I have a hard time with that. So then just, like I said, just get up and leave all your stuff behind, go to the parking lot and just drive off and leave. Again, like I said, I go to anybody else, I buy spray paint from them, I never see this, ever. Ever. The guy Pro HD, I never had that problem. Walk over there on the site, order his stuff, professional, shipped it to the front door, tested the product, absolutely fantastic, liked it. Now, it's not our technology, but it's good. I liked it. I like everything was done professional. Read through the site, everything easy to understand, what he was talking about, how he worded everything, properly spelled. Beautiful, professional job. Went to Goose Queen, ordered their stuff. I didn't go through all that crazy stuff with them. And when I talked to them, very polite, very nice on the phone, sent me over a pamphlet, sample sheet, and that was it. Professional folder. I liked how they did their folders, and that's pretty nice. Any one of these certified companies I contact, I don't go through that crazy nonsense I go with you guys. I contact them, they send me over to get that nonsense. I don't cancel this and cancel that, or items not showing up, or stuff being tampered with. You guys do that stuff because you can't back your products. Now, Mr. Lee, who was in there ranting and raving on our channel and carrying on and acting up, and you're mad, and I know why you're mad. You have until the 23rd to get it done. If not, you go to the blacklist. You don't want to be on that thing. That thing will broadcast you everywhere. And you did a review on that product, right? Then why in the world are you arguing with me about something we asked you? What I asked you simple and up front was, can you tell us what the range gain is? Show us, because you have the screen, you did the review, show me the range gain. Show me the paint on application that you achieved to get the gain that you have, because you never mentioned it in the video, you didn't mention it in the description, you didn't mention anything. Show me the rear projection capabilities it's supposed to have. And for a screen to be black, why is it trying to show contrast levels in a dark environment? I can clearly see your screen is gray in transition. It shows right there. Everybody else that came in and slowed the video down, when you see the cherries pop up, the transition pops through, and then before the black pot comes up, and you can see your screen's gray. That's why you did the demonstration in the dark. Tell me if I'm not in the minute run through right now. You did the demonstration in the dark, but you did it with the lights on the screen with a washed out, because technically it's not black, it's gray. There you go. And you were a coach customer, which means that you already knew it from the door what they were trying to do, and you went along with it to try to make the product look good. Guys don't understand that other customers are, and if they buy it, they're going to find out it's gray. So how are you going to run that? They're going to file complaints against your company and your account, and one of them is going to bring a fraud charge against you. Then what? I don't know why you even do it. You wasted all that time. I told you, that was a time waster. You wasted all that time, what, 5 years, something like that, doing this stuff, 5 years. And for people saying, well, how can you get them on a statute of limitations of 5 years? You kept doing the same dumb stuff over and over again. That's why we never ran out of time for the statute of limitations on them. He literally just flashed my face on his website a couple of days ago, and we got a recording of it, and we got pictures of it, which now he's being sued for $150,000 in civil court for it. They're going to sue him downstairs for it. And on top of that, he's looking at jail time for that, because it's cyber stalking. That's a 10-year prison sentence. So it doesn't make a difference if he took the white website down. He took the website down due to the fact that there are people coming to get his product. And they're probably going to test it themselves too, not going to have us test it. Yeah, that's probably took his site down. Nothing foolishness. Nothing but foolishness. Nothing but foolishness. Destroy your business over some dumb nonsense. Could have had something nice there. He had a good amount of followers at the end of the day. You could have did something good with it, and you decided to do the devil's work. I told you, the devil's a time waster. He wasted all that time. Now, I'll come now and just seeing from him as you're just seeing the fall of it all. The other one's got a website. He can't sell anything on their website. He can't back up anything on the website. One of those customers get that stuff, painted in, have a difficult time putting it in, and on top of that, turn around and ask them, hey, you got this thing called gain range on that. What is that? Can you tell me how to achieve the higher gain? I don't know if I have it or not. He can't show them anything. He don't even know what it is himself. So he's definitely automatically going to get a knowledge described claim against him against PayPal. And you get enough of those to PayPal, and those get rid of your account. They'll drop your account. Oh, you have a batch number in there, right? No batch number, no way to prove that it actually does exist. So that means there's a lie. And we messaged you multiple times. I've messaged Roger on this. And got nothing back. Not a thing. Nothing in junk mail, not a thing, nothing. And this guy over here. Yep. So, if your product worked, your website would still be here. And my people would be to come in and buy the product and bring it down here for testing. Now, Satchel Cameron said the only way out of this situation is you're going to have to pull your website down. Either do the demonstration, because you had till the 22nd. You still got the date. Date's still there. You still got to, just because your website's not there, don't mean you don't have to do it. You still got to do it. Do it. So what he's got to do is he's going to take his gray paints, and he is going to do the demonstration in a fully lit environment where meters can't read. Which means if your sofa's in the way, that meter's going to have shadows sitting on top of it. That means you got to move the sofa. And if you move the sofa, the majority of light that comes out that window, especially when you put lines down, connects with that sofa, the back of it. That blocks it from hitting the screen. So you're going to have to basically go in and move that sofa and that bookcase out of the way, open the blinds all the way up, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday, and push on in. Show contrast levels only. You can't do that. Your screen can't read it. Not even with a 2-1 projector, you can't read it. And then when you're done with that, you have to be outside at 4:52, because we did it with the Optima GT 5500. We did it. You can do it. We did contrast. We did Starfield outside at 4:52. So that means you have to go out at 4:52 and do the same demonstration. I don't care if these aren't sure to make a difference to me. And you can't do that. And he already knows it. The paint won't work. It'll wash out. Alright, so on camera, if I said anything wrong, incorrect whatsoever, you can get an attorney, you can file lawsuit against me for slander. The fact that I can still say this every day is the fact that it's true. Evidence right there sitting on a blacklist because it shows you guys committing these crimes. First thing the lawyer's going to ask you was, he's accusing you of your product matching house paint. You're going to say, match house paint? What are you going to say? No. It has a yellowish tone. That's what you're going to say to him? You look at that video and agree with me. Everybody agreed with me. There's no yellowish tone in that. I tested your stuff. There's no such thing as a yellowish tone. I don't know where you got that nonsense from. Your stuff matches house paint. Did you say anything about a yellowish tone? We're talking about the bare silver screen. You didn't speak about it there either, did you? Yeah, of course. So again, Mr. Fernando, we expect for you to have your site up again, because that's what you do. You take the site down for a little bit, and then you figure everything's going to calm down and cool down, and then you can bring your site back up again. Actually, no, you can't do that. Because again, I told you, the people I have watching your site are going to be on your site until you end up in court. They're only watching your site for a very long time, and they're documenting this. Because again, if your site pops up, it's going to show that you dropped your site for 1 minute to dodge things and bring it back up like Danny did, and this is going to show guilt on your behalf. People only hide stuff when they know that they've done something they shouldn't have done. That's when you hide stuff. All right, that's it for me. I'm going to get me something to eat to wake up. And again, for his followers at the end of the day, for people who are his customers, got a little message for you. We don't want your business. So I don't know what you're going to do. You're dealing with that mess at the end of the day. He can't even back his own products up. He pulled his website down in fear that we were going to get his product over here for proper testing. Where are you going to go? Can't come to us. We don't want you. I guess you go to certify. I mean, that whole thing of paying $60, now you can pay $6,000 for one of those screens. And if you don't have the money for that, we're going to make some gray and black paint. Pretty much that's where you're going to go to. And go to Home Depot, make some gray and black paint. Keep in mind, hey, there's still hope for you. We won't sell to you, but at least you can go to this free paint you can make on YouTube. It's free. It's all over the place. It's gray and black paint. That's all it is. It's literally what you bought. Gray and black paint. I think what's going to interest you the most, in bigger way call, I'm talking to those customers, is the fact that when you make your own mixture, you're going to find out how easy you got ripped off. That's another way to call you're about to have. When you take that Sherman wood and you slide it off a shelf and you paint it down, and you go, wow, that looks just like his product. At the end of the day, you're going to realize how easy you got ripped off. In fact, you can't space clean in a full environment as you clean this stuff you do. You're going to find all that out. Yep. That karma is something else, ain't it? It's interesting. It's interesting. Okay. Well, if those are people for the day, and he probably feels that he's rejoicing. No, I'm not rejoicing over this. This is business, man. It's business. No rejoicing over this. You had the option. This is not to happen to you. You had the option. If you came on there and tested your product, you stood by it, by the book, you stayed in your lane, we wouldn't have to do this to you to begin with. Mind your own business, stay in your lane, it works. And again, if you could back your products at 100%, you could go toe-to-toe with us, you would have had your site open. You had your product here on the table. We'd have showed the results. But I did this already. Mind you, I'm repeating something I literally already did. So your site pops open. They're going to come for your stuff. And I told you what will happen if we get your stuff here. What it's going to go through. It's going to go through the same testing we go through. As you said, you're saving people hundreds of dollars. Don't buy from us. Because our products are scams and we rip people off. Your words, Jamie. This is going to cost you millions of dollars. You're going to have to back this up in court. So, we're robbers, we're scams. And your product is the real thing. So what's going on now with your customers who support your product? My customers can go to our site. Our site's running perfectly fine. All two of them. About to build a third one. And your customers go to this site and everything is shut down. What does that say to them at the end of the day about having faith and confidence in your product? Mr. Lee, what faith and confidence do you have in the product of Rogers? I sent you the link to our the blacklist. What do you think about that? Watching him cancel out, put money back into my banking account. Watching him pull his marketplace down, get a 404 error because he can't handle the orders that we're pushing to his site to test his products. Or basically watching them remove 13 million people out of the state of Pennsylvania that can't come near his product due to the fact that he's got to go through us first. And he's scared. That's the product you reviewed. That's the product you're going to have to back up now. And you got, what's this, the 22nd? What's the date? Oh, my phone is on the charge. Let me see. I keep track of time here. I think it's the 22nd. It is the 22nd. It might be 22nd, whatever. But you're running out of time. I think it's Saturday you get that done. Plan to pop on your YouTube channel with my followers, see exactly if you've done it. And you haven't done anything. I've been to your channel already. There's nothing. There's no videos being done. It's just excuses. That's it. Just ranting to me back and forth. You reviewed the product. You have it. Tell us. You can't tell me anything. All right then. So you just got. So I'm pretty sure you didn't buy it. I'm pretty sure you sent it over to you. All right. Well, there's nobody in their right mind paint that stuff on the wall. But anyway, that's that for now. Because again, there's still the court issue, and there's still the issue with the copyrights and everything else. Mr. Fan, I want you to understand, just because you removed the website, this has nothing to do with the fact of the copyrights or the multiple criminal charges, perjury charges, and file against you. It's nothing to do with that. We're still going to follow through on everything. You removed the site due to the fact that people, and there are people who actually have some kind of contest, I think it is, to basically get your stuff. And now it's even worse because now knowing that your site is down, that's not going to stop them. It's going to actually make them push more to see the first person that can get into your site and get your product now. Which means you're going to be waiting at your door, at your website, waiting for you to open up for a split second to get your stuff. And it's going to pop up on my table. I think what scared him, another thing the most, is I told you, when I have this product on the table, we're going to place orders for each item we have on the table. Get a cancellation for 2024, and plus have your product here, showing that you can cancel all you want. You can't do nothing. Your product's sitting right on the table. There's nothing to do about it. Next time, don't challenge my company. Stay in your lane. That's the problem with you. You don't know how to stay in your lane. There's a technology more advanced than mine out there. I'm not going to sit there and brag and boast about something I have never got a chance to test it. You've never really tested my black technology. You've never purchased any black technology from us ever. That's another problem you're going to have in court. You got to show receipts that you've had our items. So if I'm going to be testing against a company, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm buying their products, watching their video demonstration and see what the heck I'm dealing with. Bring their products down here for testing and see what I'm dealing with. And if they can back their products at 100%, I shouldn't have to worry about any cancellations or any nonsense in the process because they can back their products. So before I prematurely say I'll take that company out, when I see it, they're doing stuff that I'm not used to seeing on our technology, I know I'm dealing with a heavy hitter. This is the reason why, gentlemen, when y'all do demonstrations and send me the links and say, here, look what we did. I've been there and done that stuff already. I did that stuff years ago. You're not impressing me on anything. That's why we can do this to you. Easy. I can just certify. Certify some pull their stuff down at the end of the day. They don't do that. And they do send it out stuff, they can back their stuff. If I'm taking on certified and you're not, what does that say about me at the end of the day versus you? Sorry about that. So, again, I'm not going to talk a lot of trash. If I lose against this company, I have to deal with that. That's the reason why you can't buy our products for real. Because if you do, people will see you'll be out it. Again. So, all your customers, not saying all of them, the one that talk trash. Message to you. Do you even know what sits on your wall right now? It's not even eBay. You got banned from eBay. Got banned from eBay for basically going in there and selling that metallic mix 2.0. We sent them a video showing them that stuff is free. That's fraud. They don't too finally run fraud on it, which is kind of interesting because again they got the knockoff projectors over there, which is weird. But anyway. Okay, well, it's not really to say. The site opens up, we'll have your stuff. I'm really looking forward to putting your product against that Phoenix technology. Because that's where we was going in that direction. The Quasar technology was going to put them against in Phoenix. You already know 100%. I like that whole system in the back, isn't it? That's a projection screen. I like the whole thing. You have to understand that the trash that they talk on camera, the nonsense that they do, when it gets down to the real 100% nitty gritty of it all, the real deal, they know that we're the best. They know our product is tested. They know at the end of the day we're not the ones to play with. But they still play that game at the end of the day. It's like watching a chihuahua behind a fence bark at a big dog. You know, bark and carry on, act up, and get that big old fence up there. But the minute that fence moves over, he's a different dog at the end of the day. Not that same aggressor anymore, is you? There you go. Let me explain something to you. You're not the first and you're not the last. I've beaten so many people from all the way from the day that I've started my business. I've conquered so many people and getting the job done. I've challenged form sites and other people make products. You're not the first and won't be the last. The only difference between you and them is they knew when to quit and get away from us. You didn't. They have a chance to rebuild and basically start all over again. Others just left and basically built their product, built their name. And we support them 100% because I have respect for them because at least they know their place in the day. And I'm happy that they're doing well. I couldn't care less. Even if I know my technology is better than theirs, I'm not going to go over there and crush their stuff for the sake of just crushing because we can do it. That's wrong. I respect what they're doing over there. You guys, on the other hand, you're just dirty all around. So you stuck in there longer and you just took the most punches. Well, that's it for me. For now. Like I said, the next stage for me is court. For you. And I'm going to get down here and call this post office up after they're off lunch because it's 12 o'clock. Get your processing number. We're going to need all that stuff so we can get ready to show us the court that we have to file fraud charges against you. The nicest, but the fraud charges have to go through for basic post office mail fraud. And just stay in your lane. You don't sit there and say, listen, he thinks he's better. I am better. You know why? Because I work to do it. That's why I'm better. I work countless hours, man hours. The Phoenix alone by itself has tons and tons of demonstrations. 427 screen paints developed. I worked hard to get there. So yeah, I am better. And I've backed it up on every level you could possibly think of. So I had that right to say that. For that church, if you ever want to reach out to me, we'll hook you up for free. And as for the fellow with the screen that washed out the soccer nonsense, we'll hook you up for free. The rest of its customers, we don't know you. And don't buy from us. And I didn't appreciate your nasty comments about talking about, oh, you're just jealous because this product is just that and the other. You deal with this mess now. Or make yourself some free stuff at the end of the day. It's easy to make. Simple. You take the bare service screens, the same thing. Do a half and half. Easy to do. 16 ounces of PPG, 16 ounces of the network grade 773. The basic of it basically matches this product. So if you add that to it, you get a perk off of it. Take some of that silver mica. Be careful with that stuff. Do it outside because it's airborne. You don't want your kids or dogs in there. And go out there and take a little 1/4 of it, drop it in there, mix it, and you're done. You want to put a black tone into it? Remember, anything from 1 to 3 is perfect. Past that, you're pushing it. That's it. The scoop set you get, this is what you use. Don't use teaspoons and tablespoons. Use teaspoons and tablespoons. It's going to take forever to get that dark to pop up. This is what we use. This is it. The same scooper that you get in your Tang container or whatever you get, your Kool-Aid, whatever. That's all you need right there. That's the perfect amount. That's it. Make your own paint. If you want, go to YouTube. There's tons of places on YouTube that'll show you how to make free gray screen paint products, which we asked them to do against several places that were doing it for free, and they refused to do the demonstrations. So that's it. You make it for far cheaper. Make as much as you want. If you're into gray screen paints and that's your thing and that's what you like, you should be making it for free. We don't even charge you for that stuff. We give that stuff for free. Digital crystal screen paint, again, we give that stuff away for free. And what are they trying to sit there and say, well, my stuff compared? How do you compare the digital one? Are you kidding me? Have you lost your mind? That stuff was contracted. We have more customers on the digital one than you have in gray paint right now. For me to get a contract for that stuff to be overseas, it had to be good. So again, we didn't have your 4K projector and all that mess. We were using 720p's when we were doing those demonstrations. One of the projectors I had a CUNY projector with 300 lumens. So again, no. Ah, man, that's the end of that, man. But he'll be back. He'll be back. But don't worry. You come back, just remember, they're waiting for you. You open up that website one time, they're going to get your stuff. But now that whole whatever's going over there with that is jumped to the roof because now it's all about who's going to get it first. And now, so they're waiting for you just to open up so you can grab something out of there. And what you're going to do, if you cancel the order, they're going to send it back to us showing they got a cancellation. You don't want that, man. You open up that site, you got about 10, 20 people hitting your site, and you'll be canceling every single one of them, and they'll be posting your cancellations all over YouTube. All they have to do is mention my name. That's it. Imagine, when you think about it, that your screen paint is literally so good that all someone would have to do is mention my name and somebody would cancel. Think about that. Danny's product? Yeah. Anybody calls, our state's banned already. Anybody calls them with a state and you mention my name, you can't sell you the product. Mention my name, say Kenneth Bird, Black Series Edition LLC. I'm buying the paint for him. I guarantee you'll cancel out. I can't send it to you. Because you'll be scared that you'll have it over here. He does not want that paint here. That's why he banned in 13 million people of Pennsylvania to make sure they didn't come here. All you gotta do is mention my name. My name or company. Just say, hey, look, I'm buying it from Mr. Bird. I'll bet you we're going to sell it to you. You can come to my website. You can buy my products. Say I'm buying this for them to do testing on your product. I got no problem with that. Knock yourself out. By the way, you got a batch number on it. I got all your shipping information, got your address, everything right here, and you went right through. So, right there, I'll go check out that video, and it doesn't match that batch number. It shows you committed fraud. I'm going to bring it in the court and you court at the same time, so you go for $1 million. Because that's what's on the policy. Try to get around a batch number in court. It's virtually impossible. It can't be done. It's an open and shut case. I talked to attorneys in the building about the batch number policy. He says it's a very good policy. Even PayPal liked the policy. People should be doing more of those policies. So you'll get sued and he'll get sued for $1 million. Because I can back that up in court. Oh well. That's it. I was looking forward to putting him against the Phoenix. We're loading right now. Again, loading the site. It might be there. I might have brought it back. I can use reverse psychology. You know what reverse psychology is? If I wanted to, and I don't have the time, but if I wanted to, I can literally talk to your site every single day to push you to open that site up again so my people can get at you. First, he got that thing with his pride. He does his horrible thing with his emotion and pride. And he'll get upset, and he's done it. He'll get upset and bring the site back up. Just to show me at the day he didn't go anywhere. But we all saw you go. But that's all we had to do to get you out stirred up, get you to pop your head up, so we basically get your product. Because I want your stuff here, man. I want your stuff here for testing. I want to put you in commercial environments. I want to see you in all the locations we're at. I want to see if your product works in commercial. I want to put it through full testing. I'm going to put you against the Quasar technology, all the technology we developed. You're going to go against all of that. I'm bringing over Slip Silver. I'm bringing over Apple Barrel. I'm bringing over Network Grade 773. There's some paints over at Home Depot I'm going to be picking up and bringing it down over here. We're going to test the daylights out of it. And then we're going to come and get more. We're going to get all of them. I want all of them down here. Every single one of them. With the hybrid mix, I want everything. I'm taking a hybrid mix in a commercial environment. It's a large church when I have it in a full environment. So your stuff is going to be tested. Let me get my charge in here, right? It's going to be tested. There we go. And you can't cancel against me because that's what it was. You go and you could cancel, you tamper with the product, send us back faulty stuff, try to get around it. But now you got a bunch of people that are going to be hitting your site trying to get that product over here. Can't do that. Can't cancel against all of them. And again, you got to figure out who got it. Which one of them may be a customer, which one's not your customer. You got to figure that out, and that is going to be a nightmare for them. That ain't the worst of it. The worst of it is basically when the process servers come. That's going to be the worst of it. And they're going to be there soon. I still got to go in and I got to finish for the paperwork for when you flash my face on your website. So again, I told you, that's cyber stalking. We can prove that. We have email messages you for telling us that we're in the garage and you knew where we're at and you traced us and found us where we're at. We got messages of you basically tracking us down at the apartment and saying this is where he lives at, inviting people to come down and see us. We got all that. So we got cyber stalking charges, and that's a 10-year prison sentence. So we added into it and all the other pictures we have. You taking weird pictures of us on Facebook. That picture you have with the dead or alive, where you put my face up there, you took that picture from a video that I did about the ice bucket challenge where I donated the money for charity and put it up on that door. All that terroristic threats right there from the door, cyber crimes right from the door, and that's punishable up to 10 years in prison. All those pictures, they're already in Allentown's Police Department already. All those pictures are in there. All that stuff is in there. So any judge can bring it up and see it. Once we get the first charges on you, it'll be documented. Once you're already documented and found that you lost that case, the next ones are going to be easy. Enough of them stack up on top of you, and that judge looks at them like, wow, Mr. Fernando, you got like 20 cases in here that you lost. You're not going to be to win the next one after that. You're going to win none of them after that. We're going to build a record on you. So yeah, I told you at the end of the day, he's scared. He's scared. He's scared. I'm pretty sure, and I'll tell you 100%, that the Lord was telling you to stop. I know he was. When we were addressing you and telling you over and over again that stop touching those copyrights, leave them alone. And I'm pretty sure the Lord was telling you, don't touch them. Leave them alone. Forget about it. Go someplace else. Let it go. And the devil kept telling you, going, don't let him threaten you like that. You do what you want to do at the end of the day. Them copyrights ain't real. You can do whatever you want to do. He can't do nothing about it. The devil was telling you to do all that stuff, and you kept listening to him. I told you, devil is a time waster as his job. And now you wasted all your time doing this nonsense to now end up in a situation where you will lose time. He's a time waster. I know the Lord was in there giving you common sense. I know he was telling you at the end of the day, don't do this. Stay away from that. Don't stop doing that. Walk away from that. And you just kept going and going and going and going and going. Here I come. And now by taking down your site, you have accumulated more trolls that are now going to hit your site. Not even people we don't even know that are going to come after him to get his product down here. Because they want to see the reaction. Jamie, people don't like the fact that you get on camera and you talk a lot of trash. You don't like it. And a lot of your customers got ripped off pretty badly, and they're upset with you. So again, the fact of seeing you fold like this from us, they're going to want to get your stuff down here. And as I said before, Mr. Rogers, anyone living in any state in the United States, you mention my name, Kenneth Bird, my company, Black Series Edition of Crystal Wave Technology Screens, and all you have to say to him is, hey, I'm buying this stuff from Mr. Bird, so he can do a test on your product. And I guarantee you won't sell over here. Before you buy, because you imagine people before you buy, because you imagine people bought this stuff and now his website's showing this. Imagine that. There you go. This is why I warn y'all. There you go. This is why I warn y'all.